Hi guys, Stacia here. Okay, so a little update. The last 2 weeks have been pretty overwhelming. I started new dystonia symptoms, I guess is what it is. I don't know. Before it was always on one side of my face, and the distorting in the hands and the feet, and sometimes the chest feeling of tightness, but kind of could tell that is in my chest. Well, now it's decided to move to my right side of my face and into my jaw and right, almost like the right side of my throat, I guess it feels like. Um, my face will droop on one side, on the right side, and my jaw is, I can't open it, and it feels like I just can't swallow. So it's been kind of scary. Also, with all of that going on, I used to get dizzy once in a while here and there, purple lips. Last year, that symptom kind of started, and now it's kind of progressed. It's been really difficult to be able to function a lot of the times, making jogging extremely difficult. And that kind of sucks because that's kind of like my thing I do to kind of relieve from all of the dystonia and everything life in general. So, having to cut back on my jogging, really listen to my body. I was admitted to the hospital for 3 days because they thought I had a stroke with the symptoms that looked my face drooping, not being able to talk, or slurring of words because I'm not able to talk. The hospital people were amazing. They did a bunch of tests, which helped secure me in my dystonia that I wasn't having a stroke or a heart attack or anything like that crazy, or a tumor. So yeah, so I did go to the ER. When I went in, the lady was a little freaked out. Actually, a lot of people were freaked out because they at that time it was just this side of my face drooping, and my jaw locking up, so it was hard for me to talk. But I originally went in because my dizzy spells were getting unreal to the point where I literally could not see in my right eye. It like blacked out for a second, and then all I could see was spots. So I was getting a little freaked out. Tried to call my normal practitioner, uh, doc, my doctor, and he had the nurse call me back right away and said I needed to go straight to ER. For me, I haven't been to ER in 6 years because the last time I went 6 years ago, I had a horrible, horrible experience. Every time I went, this experience was amazing. They took care of me, and they eliminated all of the crappy stuff. First, they started with the stroke stuff. I told them that I couldn't do the iodine, but I know they had to do it right away to see if there was a stroke and to get rid of it fast if there was one. So they put the iodine in. I had a little bit of allergic reaction to it. I don't know, dystonia people, do you guys ever have allergic reactions to iodine? Because I did, and it actually triggered all the other dystonia stuff to come on. And let me tell you, nurses were pretty freaked out, and same with the doctors. So I kind of tried to explain to them kind of what was going on, and thankfully, the results for the stroke came back no stroke. They wanted to do more tests on kind of everything because it is a progression, something new symptoms. So they kept me overnight for observation, did more tests, did a echo. My heart looks great, and a bubble test. That turned out fine. They did the MRI, and they did find that my, oh gosh, I don't even want to say it wrong. Pituitary gland, which is in the middle of your brain. Usually there's liquid in it, and mine was completely empty. So that kind of brought it raised awareness to them. And also my thyroid was off. So uh, they kept me another extra day to kind of monitor me and figure out why maybe that might be. In the process, usually people with pituitary gland issues have like tumors. So they wanted to rule out all those. All those things were ruled out. And my work looked great besides my thyroid. And besides the MRI thing, everything looked great. So really, there was not much they could do. Um, I haven't had a movement specialist or a neurologist in a very long time. I've kind of been taking care of my dystonia by myself because I feel for me, the way I want to manage it, I can manage it. Now with the new stuff going on, I don't know so much. So they highly recommend me find a movement specialist. So that's my next step, is finding a movement specialist and a endocrine to help manage my thyroid. I had it managed, and all of a sudden it just wanted to go AWire. So it's a little frustrating right now. You know, I guess you just have to learn to take things one day at a time. And if you don't, like, there's nothing really, you just have to come to realization that there's nothing really to do when it comes to dystonia. And you either choose to, like, cry about it, or you choose to kind of pick yourself up. And so what I'm going to do is just take it one day at a time, I guess. And I hope that they find a cure. But until then, I'm just going to learn to live with the new symptoms. Yeah. And see a movement specialist, and hopefully he can give me some advice on how to take care of it. But yeah, overall, I had a really good hospital visit. The storms are really moving to the right side of the face, and I'm not sure I can get used to the whole dizziness, but knowing me, I know I will. So taking it one day at a time and learning my body. I guess that's another thing I learned. It's called auras. When you start feeling a storm come on, or feeling dizzy, or you notice like lights or something, those are your auras telling you that something's coming on. So one of the nurses who've had experience with it told me, hey, it's really good to like listen to those auras. Make sure that if you start feeling dizzy, things like that, to take a break, which I kind of knew, but now I'm gonna have to learn it all over again. So yeah, so that's a little update. I didn't mean to go this long or get all emotional and shit. So, but anyways, if you have any questions, or had any of the drooping in the face, or the locking of the jaw, or the dizziness, I would love to hear from you. Or if you have great movement specialists that you use somewhere here in Washington, that would be cool too. So have a good day. See you later, YouTube.